And we are back. I don't know what happened there. My PlayStation's Wi-Fi just seemed to stop existing for a couple of minutes there. But yeah, in the meantime, Merv Martin crashed, but I think we caught that last on stream. Gexy is on a lap on mediums, well, did a lap on mediums, 140.8. Is in 13th, needs on out now on softs to get into the top 10 to get into Q3. Dixasinho 139.7, Martins 139.6. These three drivers on the risk of elimination. Sonev on the brink of elimination with a 139.5, Serbov 139.3, Deroy 139.1, Tan1212 139.1 as well. Headbump PA, Jamie Robertson, the two Williams 139.0 and 138.9 respectively. Andre 138.8, Halfshot Ferry 138.7, Faxland 138.6, JT Gelato in first currently 137.9, almost a second. Well, that's like what, 6 tenths, 7 tenths faster than Faxland. Insane stuff. Blistering speed. Kind of on another level compared to the rest of the grid. So unless Faxland's got some another insane strategy. Oh, Andre's retired from the session. I don't know if he's done that. Yeah, I think he done so from the pit, so I don't think he crashed out, which is all fine. I'm actually gonna have to be back in a second. Sorry about that, but I am back. Q2 is basically over. Tan1212 on the brink of elimination. Only person between him and elimination is Serbwolf. Merv Martin's eliminated. Martin's going to be eliminated in 13th. The Roy going to be eliminated in 11th. Unless Serbwolf goes ahead of him. Rest of the drivers, almost all of them finished. But they're all fine. No, they ain't gonna get eliminated. The only driver that can is Tan1212. He's set a 139.1. Serbwolf set a 139.3. Needs to gain 2 tenths to go ahead of him. And he's definitely not going to be doing that. I didn't realize he was not using any RS. He's making his way into the pit. So Serbwolf will be getting eliminated in 12th. And Tan1212 just barely, but surely managing his way into Q3. And that marks the end of Q3. So yeah, this marks how things stand for Q2. I want to quickly invite Adam Dixon, because apparently he's going to be able to join us for the race. Wasn't able to join us for qualifying, but looks like he's going to make the race. So I want to quickly get on that once Q3 starts. And Q3 is indeed underway. And Jamie Robertson first on out as usual. I have invited Adam Dixon to the session, so he'll be starting from the back if he does indeed join us. Faxon also out on track. Andre out next. Are they going one by one? Is Sonev out next? Oh no, pattern broken. Half Shot Ferry is out next. Followed by Het Bumpier and JT Gelato. TTV, well, Dixon has now joined us. So we'll be starting up from the back in the race. I'm not sure the game will let Dixon race, but if it doesn't, it's fine, at least we're trying. So yeah, Jamie Robertson started his lap, Faxland as well, Andre behind them. They all got a healthy distance between each other. A lot of the drivers actually are really nicely spaced out drivers currently on track. Definitely not going to be impeding in each other's way. And they're almost perfectly distributed on the track. This is actually pretty beautiful. But yeah, Jamie Robertson about to coming through Sector 2. And Jamie Robertson about across the line. Yeah, Adam needs to make sure he's got a setup if it lets you race. Crosses the line, 138.7. Actually a pretty good lap from him. Probably not going to be pole worthy because JT Gelato will probably bang out some insane lap. But Faxon now actually 138.4. Around 3 tenths above Sorry, well, below or above? Below, I think, would be the proper term, because it's faster than Jamie Robertson, currently on provisional pole. And Andre is going to be crossing line next, goes in second at the 138.5. And Tan 12 to be next. Goes into fourth, 139.0, around 3 tenths slower than Jamie Robertson. Half shot Ferry to follow suit. Goes into provisional pole with a 138.2, 2 tenths faster than Faxland. Had Bumpier to follow, goes only into sixth with the 139. A few hundredths of a second slower than Tan 12, and JT Gelato goes into provisional pole with the 138.0, and why am I not surprised? Only 2 tenths off, half shot Ferry though, only 2 tenths off him, and Faxon 4 tenths off JT Gelato. So it's not insane numbers. Sonev invalidated his lap. I think he's gonna have enough fuel to go through another round. I don't know though. And the Exosinio about to start his hot lap, and Gexy still in the pits. Most drivers in the pits. Bumpier actually apparently did another lap into fifth, 138.6. I feel like that was a lap. No, that was actually an improvement on his lap, because he was in the 139. Sonev now with the 138.6, only 6 thousandths of a second ahead of Head Bumpier. The Exosinio in ninth, 139.1, struggling for pace. And Gexy now coming out of the pits. I think this is going to be his only run in Q3. Bit on board with him. Gexy making sure he doesn't get any wing damage coming through the Cosmos section on his outlap. And now he's going to be starting his lap. In the meantime, Tan 12 also on an out lap. Half shot Ferry as well. apparently some issues in tier 2. I got no clue. But nonetheless, focusing on tier 1, the faster and better tier, Half Shot Ferry is on his hot lap. Gexy about to set his one and only lap here in Q3. And he's going to be hoping it's going to be a fast one. It was his only shot at lap and it's only a 1:39.2. So it looks like he's going to have to settle for 10th place. The Exasinio is retired, so he feels like he can't go faster than 1:39.1. Settles for 9th. 10, 12, 12 is going to be crossing the line. No, he's not. He's going to be settling for 8th with a 1:39.0. Het Pompier starts his lap now, and Jamie Robertson follows suit. The two Williams right behind each other. Faxon's lap, now a hot lap as well. Sonev on an out lap. Jamie Robertson's lap's invalidated. He's going to be staying in 7th then with the 1:38.7, because I don't think he's going to be able to do another lap. I see Gexy crossed the line again, but was not able to go faster than 1:39.2. JT Gelato with a 1:37.3, 9/10 faster than second. That's Half Shot Ferry. Half Shot Ferry. Oh, Het Pompier goes up to 3rd with a 1:38.4, but still lacking in paling in comparison to JT Gelato's provisional pole with a 1:37.3. Only driver to make it into the 1:37s, let alone such a low 1:37. That's insane. Insane stuff. Andre's going to be crossing the line next. Goes up into 7th. Also hits the 1:37s and a 1:37.9. Faxon slowly falling down the pecking order. He's going to be wanting to do a faster lap. Half Shot Ferry in 3rd. 1:38.1. And speaking of Faxon, there he comes. Opens up DRS for the final time here in Q3. Goes into 2nd, 1:37.8. Still 4/10 slower than JT Gelato, but at least it's 2nd place. I think he'll have the inside line like that as well, so might be able to do a cheeky little dive bomb down the inside of turn 1 and hope for the best. .5 slower than Faxon, half a second slower than JT, and Andre as well. Blistering pace from JT Gelato. He's super consistent as well. I don't think he's had wing damage yet. To be fair, tier 1 is pretty clean, which is obviously nice to see. What's all the errors today? And it looks like I've been booted out of the lobby, but the race seems to still be going, and what is happening? Alright, I think I'm gonna be able to join back in. And I'm back. I don't know, I'm having so many internet issues. Nice to see that Dixon though managed to join at the back of the grid. According to him, he's got good pace here around Baku, so we might see a little cheeky driver of the day from him. Don't know why I've been having so many connection issues, but here we are. People coming through the formation lap. JT Gelato better slow down, or else he's gonna be getting cold tires off the start. Same goes for Head Bumpy. I better close up the field. Snub's a smart man. Normally when it comes to formation laps, likes to build up a gap between the people in front of him. Hasn't been able, seemed to put a large gap this time around. In fact, we see a pretty huge gap behind Gexy, so the Roy doing a nice hold up here. That means JT Gelato's tires are going to be freezing, probably Faxland's as well. And the Roy now actually played major catch up, so they won't be utterly freezing. I say that, Merv Martin and Adam Dixon having an absolute time of their lives all the way back here. But everyone now slotting up to their grid slots. Everyone's loaded up. We have 5 red lights. It's lights out and away we go. The board's glitching a bit, but JT Gelato with an excellent start, way ahead of Faxland and the rest of the field. We seem to have kept it pretty clean through turn 1, so that means maybe some collisions through turn 2. Not really, a lot of ghosting happening. I don't know what's going on, but seemingly no collisions. The timing board definitely wrong. JT Gelato is definitely in first and already pulling up a nice gap ahead of Faxland. And the driver's keeping it very clean actually. I don't think I've ever seen a start to a race in Baku so clean, as Serbov now taking it down the inside of Adam Dixon. I think it was around the outside actually, my mistake. And timing board sorted itself out. And the Exocinio now might be taking it around the outside of Jim Roberts into the caster section for a second. He almost did. Obviously no room for it, so he had to back out. And Jamie Robertson, sorry, the Exocinio right on Jamie Robertson's tail. We could be seeing him make a move down the inside after into turn 1. pretty good start from Adam Dixon, already up 3 places. Gexy and Dixasinho now both really close to each other, and Jamie Robertson is the targeted man. He's already a second behind Sonev. And oh, apparently JT Gelato dropping down to 7th. Nope, I'm pretty sure he's in 1st and the game's just glitching. He definitely looks like he's in 1st. Yeah, he's definitely in 1st. The game just glitching on me. Really, the game's really skewing up all of the timing board. I have no idea who's actually where. And there's just so much ghosting going on, I'm not really sure why or how. Oh, nope. The game's going nuts. I can't tell who's where and who's who. No battling really going on, and thankfully, because I'm not going to be able to commentate it with the timing board so weird. Oh, and I think it sorted itself out once again. Sonev in 6th, really close to Bumpier. Jamie Robertson still basically a second behind him. And I can pretty much tell you that Dixasinho though is not 1.6 seconds behind Jamie Robertson, and that Gexy is not 2 seconds behind Dixasinho, but sure game. So predicted pit stop strategy is probably going to be a one-stop softs to hards. We see him pitting around lap 8 to 9. Faxon likes to go long, so we could see him pull off some soft to medium wonder class. Managing to keep within half a second of JT Gelato. And DRS is going to be activated this lap, and he's really close behind him, so could see him do a cheeky little overtake. I mean, DRS is activated supposedly now? Yeah, it is. And could we see Faxon make a move down on the inside of JT Gelato? I don't think so, he's too far back. And what about from the midfield? Well, I wouldn't really call 5th and 6th exactly the mid... Well, kind of, it's kind of the midfield. But still no overtakes from them, pretty close to each other. The Roy down in 13th. Did they have a poor start or? Yeah, down 2 places. Dixon up 4. Good stuff from him. Tan down 2. Not a lot of change though. The top 7 remain all as they were. And Dixasinho inching closer and closer to Jamie Robertson. You gotta be careful. I think Dixasinho picked up a warning as we saw. That's a spin, and Gexy has spun into the wall. He hasn't crashed out, but he's lost the majority of his front wing, and he's gonna be needing to pit early. Murph Martin as well. I think he was involved in a collision or something, because he's going really slow, already 30 seconds behind. He seems to have pit because he's on the hard tires. I don't know why he needed to pit, but pit he has. Oh, and Dixasinho and Jamie Robertson are really close. Dixasinho going down the inside of Jamie Robertson before even the DRS is up, but Dixasinho is going to be getting DRS on Jamie Robertson. And zooms past as Jamie Robertson actually is also entering the pits. And I'm going to quickly see if he has front wing damage. Yeah, looks like he had front wing damage, having to enter the pits early. Gexy as well. Hotshot Ferry really close to Bumpier. And the thing is, with stopping so early for hards, like we're seeing Jamie Robertson, Gexy and Murph all had to do, I don't think the hards were going to last to the end. I mean, they might, but it's definitely going to be a bit of an uphill battle. Faxon got to be careful, almost out of that 1 second range to JT Gelato, but they both have pretty similar ARs. He's got 10% less than JT Gelato, but as I said, he's falling out of the 1 second gap. Yeah, and he's not going to be happy with that. In the meantime, Andre 2 seconds behind Faxon, and Bumpier 2 seconds behind Andre. Only threats left, Hofshot Ferry and Sonev fighting with Head Bumpier for 4th. I'm seeing more yellow flags. And the Roy has no front wing. I think he crashed in the castle section and lost the entirety of his front wing. So that's going to be another early pit stop. And that's very unfortunate for him because I'm pretty sure he started on the hard tires as well. Take a look at pit stops. Can we not? Oh wait, stops, there we go. Yeah, so the Roy started on hards to try go long and have the advantage towards the end of the race, but as now having to pit early. In the meantime, had Bumpier got past Half Shot Ferry, but now Half Shot Ferry will be looking to fight back, but he's got Sunev right behind him and Dixasinho as well, all close to each other. Up till 7th, it's a fight for 4th. Adam Dixon makes his way into 9th because of all the early pit stops. And now DeRoy enters the pits, having to change his front wing. Half Shot managing to hang on to 5th. So pretty close racing between these 4 drivers. The rest of the field very, very spread out. Not a lot going on. Obviously we had 2 early pit stops. 4 early pit stops actually, I think. Yeah, 4 early pit stops. So never the first time penalty for multiple warnings. In 6th currently, and Dixon right on his tail. And Sonev, I don't know if he even has DRS. It doesn't seem like... Oh, wait, actually DRS is going to be activated now. They both have DRS, so... Oh, it's actually... Sonev makes his way into the pits in lap 6. Pretty early stop. I'm going to see if he has front wing damage. I don't think he does, so that's going to be a pretty early undercut. And I think he was on the hards and... Wait, no way he was able to... He didn't qualify on the hards, so I think he was on softs and swapped the hards. But yeah, early undercut, but could work out for him. Also, that way he won't be hung up by his battles for 4th so early on. Leaving Half Shot very close behind Ted Bumpy and Dixasinho with a bit of a gap that he needs to close down so we can get DRS. Top 3 all enter the pits now. Pretty sure there's no... Oh, top 4, top 5, top 6. Everyone entering the pits. Dixasinho was getting front wing damage from entering the pits. So everyone entering the pits now. All be swapping onto hards. And they'll be hoping to not stop again. They won't need to unless they get front wing damage. Ooh, and Adam Dixon and JT Gelato fighting for the lead. JT Gelato having right come out of the pits, and Adam Dixon on hards having to back off and let JT Gelato take first. But obviously Dixon still needs to pit onto softs, so he's not exactly fighting for first. But I'm pretty sure he's going to be happy with that added DRS bonus that he's going to be getting. Bumpy, Half Shot, Sonev, Serwolf, all close to each other. Serwolf, interestingly, on mediums. I don't think he's stopped yet. No, he hasn't. And neither has Martins. Martin's on the hards himself. Pretty interested that Sobolov is on mediums. I don't know if he's going to manage to on mediums to softs. If he does, that's going to be a pretty good strategy. It's going to be a hard one to pull off though. I guess he's risking it though. Unless he's looking for a 2-stop. That's a pretty slow strategy if he is. So yeah, now we've got this fight for 6th, Headbutt Payoff Ferry, Sonev and Subwolf. All very close to each other. Oh, Jamie Robertson actually and Tan 12-12 fought it off for, but I think Tan yeah, Tan has a slight amount of front wing damage. I don't think it's worth pitting over for. But he seems to have let Merv Martin go past him as well, so I think he might. Subwolf is retired from the session. And that is a safety car. So Aslan Pityet's going to get an advantage. I don't know where he crashed. Honestly. Oh, I think out of the left to right he crashed, but that's a very odd place to crash. Seems to have lost the rear end. So people haven't pit yet. Now, it would have been really good for Subwolf to pit, but you know, if you're on the softs, it would have been smart to pit. Then Tan 12-12 in fact pitting now, but I think he's going to change his front wing damage. So not going to really benefit much from the safety car. And yeah, he is a smart call. So this will see all the front not all the front runners, all the entirety of the pack all bunched together. Which Faxon will be happy about after being over a second behind JT Gelato, who'll once again will get within DRS range. It's probably good for Dixon as well, so that way, well actually, I don't know if it's good for Dixon, this safety car. But yeah, definitely for drivers who are low in the field or who had to pit early on. Now at least it'll bring them closer together so they won't need to gain any 30 seconds and will just be able to do so thanks to the safety car. Still have a lot of overtaking to do though. Oh, we actually see Dixon pit now. It's about a lap into the safety car. If I saw correctly, I think he might have changed his front wing, I'm not sure. So he's down in 11th, on mediums. And a smart call. So now he's gonna have a faster compound of tires than everybody else on the field, I'm pretty sure. If we take a look at tires. Oh, Dixon, DeRoy, Tan and Gexy all pit again. Well actually no, DeRoy hasn't pit, but Tan and Gexy decided to pit again because it's safety car. So it's a smart call. The Exasinio pit as well onto the mediums. So we could see the Exasinio have a really good run from 8th place. Take a look at position change, he's already up 1 position. Martins is up 9, but he's the only driver yet to stop. Maybe he should have followed suit with the rest of the drivers down at the back and stopped to the mediums. But he might be hoping for a later on safety car and then stop to the softs then. That's the thing with strategy in F1. Safety car can really turn it onto its head, and then you can be in such a dilemma. Oh, should I pit now? Should I not pit now? And Adam Dixon did indeed get wing damage by himself, so that's why he dropped down to 11th, because or else he'd have been even higher, probably around 10th or 9th. But still though, he's on mediums, which is a good strategy. Don't know when the safety car's coming in. Ah, and it's in this lap. So when is JT gonna go? And he's off. Faxlin not able to react well, and he's under pressure from Andre, instantaneously taking it down the inside. We have it 3 wide almost by Martins, who decides to back out of it, and Andre not able to get past Faxlin. We see the Mercedes half shot go wide. Oh, and there's a crash in the front. I saw front wing flying. I think it was some... Oh, half shot Ferry actually going down a lot of places. Martins and Bumpier and half shot, and everyone so tight together off the safety car restart. Faxlin and JT getting away from the pack. The Roy once again dropping down. We've seen more of a collision. No safety car or VSC, but a lot of front wing flying all over the place. The Roy's got front wing damage. Tanto of 12s into the wall again. And the cold tires definitely not helping. Jamie Robertson dropping down more places. Martin's dropped all the way down into 9th. He's got some front wing damage as well. Oh, and I think that was Murph Martin. Yeah, Murph Martin losing front wing through the castle section. And front wing has flown all over the place here in Baku. Off the safety car restart. In the meantime, Sonev and Andre really close to each other. Faxon already almost 2 seconds behind JT Gelato. The safety car restart really not working in his favor. And yeah, Dixon's going to be careful by Murph Martin. Murph Martin's got wing damage. Dixon doesn't want to end up going to the back of him. And he's going to take it down the inside of Murph Martin, who is probably going to be pitting, and we're going to have to see a lot of drivers now who are going to be pitting. So Bumpier is in the pits, Murph Martin is in the pits, Martins, look at all the drivers in the pits, we're all involved in collisions. So Martin's in the pit, Gexy's retired from the session. So yeah, head Bumpier with wing damage, Murph Martin with wing damage, Jamie Roberts with wing damage, and on the double stack, Martin's wing damage, Tanto of 12 with wing damage, Gex had to retire, and Jamie Robertson getting insanely delayed with wing damage, having to change his front wing on the double stack. Ay, not good for Jamie Robertson. And Dixon now finding himself in 7th, DX Asinio in 3rd. And this has not gone to plan for most of the drivers out here on the field. Front wing flying all over the place. That's what you get when driving in such tight circuits like Baku. And this is really left only Dixon and an offshot to be pretty close to each other. Most other drivers outside of DRS range. Only a couple of other battles going on. And Dixon now, I think he's gonna get, I don't know if DRS has been enabled yet. Oh, it has been enabled. But Dixon won't be getting DRS on Half-Shot Ferry. Instead though, they're fighting it alongside, each of them going left and right. And Half-Shot Ferry is actually also entering the pits. So does he also have wing damage? Is pit crews out? No wing damage. He's just decided to pop on the mediums. What an interesting call. I'm pretty sure that's not the fastest of strategies, but out he comes from the pits, and here comes Head Bumpy in 8th. This race has really turned on its head. Jamie Robertson and Tan fighting it out. And Jamie now getting ahead of Tan. And there's literally now, oh, actually Murph Martin half shot, soon going to be fighting it off. Sonev pretty close to Andre. McLaren going to be bagging a lot of points at this rate in first and third. Also pole position, and I think fastest lap currently, so getting in almost all the points. All they need left, so 1-2, as Sonev goes a bit wide again, really pushing the car to try and catch up to Andre. I don't know if he's going to get DRS on him. He is going to get DRS on Andre, so that's going to bring him a lot closer, which he's going to be happy about. I don't think he's going to be able to get past him through here, but at least it brought him a good 2/10 or so closer, 3/10 closer to Andre. So with the slow catch up, Merv Martin now really close to Half Shot Ferry as well, who looks to take around the outside of Half Shot Ferry and gets past them, has DRS on Half Shot Ferry as well, and manages to get past, and Half Shot Ferry's entering the pits again. I don't know what Half Shot's doing. Apparently got front wing damage and having to change his front wing in one lap, and Half Shot Ferry, whose race was going so well, battling for 4th at the point, is now all the way down in last, in 13th place, with last from the drivers left on the grid. Which really leaves just this sole battle left. Oh, actually I think Sonev got wing damage, so even that battle's gone to the bin, as Sonev got front wing damage coming through the castle section, gets more front wing damage coming out of the castle section, and this is going to be an easy pass for Dixon. Or I say easy pass, Sonev still putting up a fight. Gotta be careful though, he might get more wing damage, manages to keep it clean. And Dixon then will definitely be getting past Sonev, getting a bit frustrated I think behind Sonev, knowing he's got wing damage. He's got to be careful, because Sonev's going to have to come really slowly through this fast left-right, and Dixon won't want to be getting front wing damage, and in fact having let go of the gas, now he's going to get past. As Sonev is going to have to enter the pits to fix his front wing. Andre as well, entering the pits. A lot of weird strategies going on here. I'm not really sure what's going on. I'm pretty sure Andre doesn't have wing damage. If you take a look at Spitstop, he also has wing damage. Front wing has literally flown all over the place here in Baku. Merv Martin had first lap up his fastest lap on mediums, now Merv Martin did. So Merv Martin currently holding fastest lap of the race. This is still going to leave Sonev and Andre battling it out, except for 8th place instead of like 4th. Vax and XS still pretty much staying where they are. Adam Dixon, a man on a mission, got 5.7 seconds to gain on the XS Inyo to get himself into a podium position all the way from down in 15th. Oh, and Doroy spun out on the castle section. Lost more front wing, no need for... Oh, we got a VSC, he's lost the entirety of his front wing. And Roy, who managed to make it all the way back up to 5th after I'm pretty sure he had also lost his front wing earlier on, is now gonna have to once again pit. Luckily for him there's a bit of a VSC, so won't be losing too much time. Still losing quite a bit though. And Head Bumpier, by the way, who had to pit because of the front wing damage, as Jamie Robertson gets a 3-second time penalty, who was originally battling for 4th, is going to find himself in 5th once the Roy pits. Granted, he's going to be like 20 seconds behind Dixon, so he won't be getting 4th. But hey, at least he's going to be getting 5th. And 4th, considering how much things went wrong for him, you know, considering the wing damage and all, that's going to be pretty good. Unless he gets more wing damage. We've got 11 laps left to go. About to be 10 laps? No, we got 11 laps left to go. VSC going to be ending soon. DRS is enabled. Sonev got wing damage coming through the castle section. And so did Andre, don't know when though. As Sonev goes down the inside of Andre, off the VSC, and gets past him with ease. Andre not putting up much of a fight. Probably cold tires and all. As the Roy's coming out of the pits, dropping a few positions. Bumpy now in 5th, 17, 18 seconds behind Dixon. Dixon already 4.9 seconds behind the XS India, so he's gained. He's gained on him. And Kevin manages to last the first, but only 6 finishers down in tier 2. That race will hopefully be uploaded, hopefully it was recorded correctly later on, probably tomorrow. It'll be up, hopefully. As Andre almost going into the castle section. People really got a lot of damage coming through the castle section. Basically, the only battle left here is Andre and Sonev, and you can't really call it much of a battle either, because Andre's out of DRS range almost. To Sonev, Dixon as well, lost the time he gained to DXS. We've got 10 laps to go. With about but fuck all to commentate on. Andre managing to get back in DRS range to Sonev. He's gonna give DRS in fact, and Andre's gonna be thankful for that. Sonev's got around 20% more ERS than Andre though. But still DRS is gonna help him nonetheless. And unless we see any more crazy front wing damages or stuff, looks like the field is gonna pretty much stay the way it is. At max we'll see Sonev and Andre swap places, but yeah, pretty intense race here in Baku. Faxland, being brought to my attention, has dropped a second to JT and the Exasinio. It doesn't seem like he's got front wing damage on our cameras, although it doesn't always register, so he might have some front wing damage. Let's take a bit of a look at the tires. They're both 8 laps old, so maybe JT's just got more pace, but he is losing a lot of time to JT Gelato. And the Exasinio is also catching up to Faxon, so Faxon does seem to be slowing down. Now whether it actually is because of a time penalty, because of front wing damage, I'm not sure, as JT Gelato sets the fastest lap of the race. Even Dixon's gained a bit to the Exasinio, but yeah, Faxon might have front wing damage that we're just not seeing, and I wouldn't be surprised, because he is losing. He lost like 6/10 to JT Gelato on like a straight or something, or in turn 1, so yeah, definitely something wrong on there. Sonev actually almost a second within of Murph Martins. Andre now 2 seconds behind. Sonev, Jamie Robertson almost a second. Oh, actually under a second to the Roy. Has DRS on the Roy, and he's gonna have DRS on the Roy after turn 2 as well. And Sonev's gonna need to step on the gas just a bit more, so he'll get DRS coming down the final straight. I'm not entirely convinced Faxland had front wing damage, you know. I think he might have just had a bit of a slow spurt, as he stopped losing time. We see yellow flags in sector 2, and that is the castle section of Sonev. Is actually before the castle section. And I wonder, Adam Dixon's front wing looks to be fine. With Sonev though, no front wing, basically. We have a full course safety car. And we see the front 3 all pitting, front 4 all pitting. Any other takers into the pits. I do wonder. They had basically a free pit stop on Bumpier, so fair enough to them. I'm realizing actually why the safety car came out. Oh wait, never mind. I thought that is the safety car itself and not a crashed out person. So I think the safety car just fully came out because Sanev lost so much of his front wing and had to turn around. And Bumpier, Merv Martin pitting. Andre deciding to not pit, thinking it's not worth it. Adam Dixon apparently tried putting on the softs on. For some reason, it didn't let him race. Didn't let him race, sorry. Then let him put on the soft and instead is on the mediums. Martin's the Roy also pitting with a double stack. That's not going to be great for them. Afshot Ferry also taking some tires and a new front wing. New front wings, man. The amount of money that's been spent for the extra front wings here on Baku is unreal. Going a bit on tires. Andre, the only man that hasn't pitted because he's on 3-lap old mediums, so fair enough. James Robertson as well, 6-lap old mediums. Bumpier, Merv, both on softs. Dixon wanted to go on softs, but the game for some reason let him, and he's on mediums. And yeah, Martin's also pit, Sanev also pit, De Roy also pit, Hash also pit. So only Tan didn't pit. He's going to be on 7-lap old hards fighting off against fresh softs. Tan's going to be at a big risk there. Probably going to be losing a lot of his places with fresh softs and a fresh set of mediums right behind him. Jay Robertson as well, going to be hard to keep up with the drivers ahead of him all, and when they're on fresh softs and fresh mediums. So yeah, safety car still out. I think it's got another lap. I don't know if it'll come in by the end of this lap. It might need to go around for another time. I'm unsure. But yeah, Dixon looking strong. He had a bunch of pace today, coming from 15th all the way to 4th. Up 11 places. The Excesinho as well up 6. Merv Martin up 7 as well. And Merv Martin's on softs. So we're gonna have some pretty close racing, provided there's no more front wing damage, because the last time we came off the safety car, there was front wing flying all over the place. And last time there was a safety car, Faxton did not get off well at all, followed almost immediately 2 seconds behind JT Gelato. So Hilbzy's going to be hoping to get a much better safety car restart and actually be able to fight for the win. Dixon, Dixon we'll all be fighting for the podium and for the race win as well. Good comeback race from Bumpier and Merv Martin. Safety cars in this lap after having to stop 3 times, find themselves in 6th and 7th, so pretty good recovery race. And on board the JT Gelato to see when he goes, because the safety car is in. And he's about to get off, I reckon. Slowly been increasing the pace, and he's off. And Faxland once again, not the best of starts, with DXSinio right alongside him. You remember though, you can't overtake until you've reached the timing line. So DXSinio will be looking to take it side by side going into turn 1. Dixon as well. Faxland locks up. DXSinio almost crashes, manages to keep it whole and behind him. Andre managing to hold off Dixon. A lot of drivers coming into turn 2, managing to keep it clean. I don't think we've lost any front wing off the safety car restart just yet. Martin's going to take it down the inside of Tanto of 12. Head bump here and Merv Martin fighting it off. They're still side by side. Merv Martin though managing to get past that bump here. Martin's got past. I think it was Sunne. I don't know who he got past. I kind of forgot. Everything's happening so close. Offshot Ferry and DeRoy fighting alongside. Offshot gets past DeRoy as well. Jamie Robertson and Ed Bumpier now fighting it, and Jamie Robertson gets past Ed Bumpier. Ed Bumpier not the best of safety car restarts. Andre 3-second time penalty. That's not going to be doing him any good up there. And Faxon again almost 2 seconds behind JT Gelato. 1.5 seconds. DXSinio once within 1 second to Faxland. Dixon really close to Andre. Martins and Ed Bumpier once again fighting it out. Martins gets ahead of Bumpier. Sonev gets ahead of Bumpier. I don't know. Oh, Bumpier's got wing damage. That's what's going on. Bumpier, after having such a good recovery race, is going to need to stop again, and that's going to put him probably down in last. And he is not going to be happy with that at all. Merv Martin really close to Dixon as well. These drivers are going to be wanting the DRS to come on as soon as possible. We could have 5 laps of racing with DRS. Dixon not able to get past Andre. Sonev fighting down the inside with Martins. Gets past Martins, takes it very wide, almost crashes, but managing to keep it clean. DeRoy and Tan fought it off, but DeRoy got past him as well. And Martins now past Sonev. A lot of overtakes happening here in the last instances of Baku. Here in Azerbaijan. Bumpier. I thought Bumpier had wing damage. Yeah, Bumpier does have, but it's only minimal, so he's decided to stay out, not worth the pit stop. Smart call, but he is in 10th. With Offshot Ferry and DeRoy and Tan all right behind him, all looking to pounce on any mistake that he does. And with DRS coming up soon, it's really not going to help him, as Dixon and DXSinio, sorry, it was Dixon and Andre, taking it really close in the through the coastal section, almost winning the race for both of them, but managing to keep it clean throughout. Taking a look at ERS, Faxon on 50%. JT with a 1.6 second advantage to Faxon still has 100% DRS, so that's pretty insane. DXSinio currently not within 1 second to Faxland. Dixon though still right behind Andre, and he's going to be looking to get past Offshot Ferry, gets 3 second time penalty. And Dixon will be getting past Andre, probably coming the end of the straight, goes down the inside of Dixon, of Andre, not really being able to hold it. They're still side by side, down the inside he goes, and not fully past Andre just yet. Andre's still fighting it, and Andre in fact able to hold on and hold off Dixon, and Merv Martin just a spectator right behind. And Dixon's getting really frustrated probably behind Andre. He's got the pace to go past him, as Merv Martin took a gander down the inside of Dixon, but realized there was no space and had to lock up and back out of it. And yeah, I reckon Dixon could be fighting for a third if there wasn't Andre holding him up. And in fact, this hold up is not doing Dixon any good whatsoever. Faxon managing to close the gap to almost a second, but he's got almost no ERS left, and JT still on 100% ERS, absolute conservation mode from JT, and Faxon just not even within the ERS range yet. DXSinio has fallen further and further back to Faxon as well. And while all that's been going on, the midfield has still been really close, only 4 tenths behind each other. Really close stuff from them as well. In fact, De Roy now gets past Ted Bumpier, and the only person left behind Ted Bumpier is Tan, who's 2.5 seconds behind him. Still not worth pitting Ted Bumpier, even though he's got that slight wing damage. And Andre and Dixon fighting it out once again. Now Andre's got the outside line, and Dixon, wait, actually, sorry, Andre had the outside line last time round, but Dixon on the inside managing to get past Andre and being able to hold it. And now he's 1.5 seconds behind the Exosenio. He's got 3 laps to do it and get past to manage to go from 15th to a podium position. Murph Martin will be looking to get past Andre as well. He's going to be racking some good points for Alfa Romeo in 5th and 6th. The 2 teammates right behind each other. I think there might have been some team orders there, as I think Murph Martin got past Andre pretty easily. Maybe they thought, oh, you know what, you've got more pace than me. I'll let you have a go at Dixon, as Sonev and Halfshot and Martin's all fighting it out, with Sonev just barely being able to hang on ahead of Halfshot. Only 4 time penalties in today's race. 3 seconds, now we've got a lot more, so pretty good stuff. Improvements from the drivers all around. 3 laps left to go. And Dixon is right on the tail of the Exosenio. Does the Exosenio have wing damage? His wing seems to be intact, but he's been losing a lot of time. And Dixon fighting for the podium. Murph Martin right behind them as well. Andre's been slowly losing to them. And Dixon gets past the Exosenio on the straight, and is going to be able to slot in almost nicely ahead of him, as the Exosenio fighting around the outside, and the Exosenio managing to hold the outside line actually, as Dixon puts on a massive squeeze to him. But now through turn 2, able to get ahead of the Exosenio. But the Exosenio, I don't know why no one has DRS, but the Exosenio now taking down the inside of Dixon. Oh, I think there was a bit of contact because Dixon's into the wall. A bit of wing damage, not much, but that's going to dreadfully impact his race as he loses positions to the Exosenio and Murph Martin, and Andre is going to be looking to pounce on that as well. And I feel really sorry for Adam Dixon, because from going from 15th to podium position in 3rd, he's now in 15th to 5th, and probably going to go further down with Andre right behind him and some wing damage. Murph Martin now, though, will be looking to pounce and get ahead of the Exosenio. Martins and Halfshot and Sonev all still fighting it off. As actually I think Sonev maybe got some wing damage as Halfshot got past Sonev. I'm expecting his front wing. I think Sonev does have the slightest amount of wing damage as well. So maybe De Roy could get past. I think even De Roy has the slightest amount of wing damage. So small tiny bits of wing damage present throughout basically everyone. As Murph Martin, Adam Dixon being able to still stick right there. JT Gelato the fastest lap so late into the race. And Murph Martin and Adam Dixon and the Exosenio all right there. And they're taking it 3 wide into turn 1 in Baku. Who's going to come out on top? The Exosenio still hangs on. Murph Martin and Adam Dixon, no one being able to get past any of them, all hanging on to their positions, as Andres now are also really close behind them. They're making this a 4-way fight. And the Exosenio 8.6 seconds behind Faxon, losing a bunch of time, really slowing down the drivers behind them. But still managing to hold them off. We've got 2 laps left, well 1.5 laps left actually. And they've been and the Exosenio has been holding up the pack so much now. Even Jamie Robertson and his pack are slowly starting to catch up. We've got like, you could basically say we've got like 10 cars fighting for the final podium spot in the 3rd. This is literally anyone's anyone's race for third. The question is, who's going to be able to get it? Can Dixon pull it off? He's still got that bit of wing damage, but can he go ahead of Merv Martin and DeXacinio with a lap and a sector left? DeXacinio putting on a spectacular defense. Can he do it? Just 2 more times. And Dixon not as close as he wishes to be. Merv Martin right on the tail of DeXacinio. Now actually Dixon right on the tail of Martin. And we see even in the background there's people fighting it off. And look at this. They're all so close. DeXacinio takes the inside line. Merv Martin takes the outside line. Dixon takes a spectator line, looking to see if they can pounce on a mistake. In fact, he does. Goes down the inside of Martin. Merv Martin. Gets past Merv Martin. And he's going to look to get past DeXacinio now. As Merv Martin, though, is still going to fight around the outside. Doesn't have the pace for it. And sticks behind Dixon. Dixon was a smart call there. He saw that DeXacinio and Merv Martin both went wide. Was able to pounce on it. Dixon almost went into the wall again over there. Head Bumpier now on the fastest lap in 13th. He did indeed pit to get the points for fastest lap. Fair enough. On the offset, he does get more points. Faxlin and JT Gelato, things are still as is. Faxlin 4 seconds behind JT. JT looking to get that win. The fight for the final podium spot though still stands. And they're going to take this right down to the wire, down to the final line. Look at the chain of drivers, all so close. From DeXacinio down till Sunef, third till 10th, all fighting for third, sorry. JT Gelato is going to come down the final straight one more time. And JT Gelato is going to win the Azerbaijan GP. Fax is going to get second, but honestly, this fight for third is a lot more important right now as they're taking it down to the line. But DeXacinio managing to hold off everyone for 2 more times and is going to manage to pick up third, with Dixon close behind in 4th, Merv Martin in 5th, Andre in 6th. Drops to 7 because of time penalty, so Martins picks up 6th. Jamie Robertson in 8th, Halfshot Ferry in 9th, and Sonev in 10th. And Sonev only less than 1/10 of a second behind Halfshot Ferry. And DeRoy's in 11th, and Tan 12 is in 12th. A lot of 12s over there. Again, less than 1/10 to DeRoy. And that was a very, very close race coming to the end. A very fun race. That was a brilliant race, right down to the wire. Well done to JT Gelato, obviously, taking in another first place. And this is how things stand. Brilliant, brilliant race. Well done to all the drivers, and thank you for keeping it exciting. Front wing flown everywhere, but in the end, this is how they are. I thank you all for joining me. Godspeed.